What up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Don't Tell Mom podcast. Let's get effing hype up in this bitch.
Don't tell mom! Yeah. Yeah.
When in reality, we're like,
Cullen's mind goes a mile a minute every day, all day. So I'm cool. I'm chilling.
We're trying to hopefully make sure this audio works this time. We're trying to redo the one that we effed up on.
Yeah.
I saw a couple comments.
He says we like I haven't even seen it. Cullen's the one that effed up all of that. I sat here and did what my little part.
Golly. I see audio spikes on this software, so
hopefully
it looks like we're going good. But yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, guys?
Episode 75 up in this.
Cullen, you know what? He always tells us what we're on. I would have no idea. I have no idea.
You got to keep track of it.
I lost track. After a year, I was like, okay, I've lost track. You know, if we just never counted again after this, I'd be okay. We made it.
How many of those episodes have y'all listened to? I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, comment. Go follow us on Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff if you're just a podcaster.
Yeah, before we get started, go screenshot this podcast, or screenshot your favorite episode, and then Instagram tag us. Don't Tell Mom podcast on Instagram, so we can reshare it. That really helps us a lot, as well as the 5 stars.
You might even get on the list to be sent some cool stuff.
Yeah,
ask some.
Don't make us open up a Patreon just to get a koozie.
Yeah, right. Right. We already sent some koozies out, Cullen. We've been sending out stuff for y'all. So Christmas is around the corner. I mean, think about it. Don't Tell Mom merch for anybody in your family would be the sweetest gift of them all, right?
Yes.
So,
oh my gosh,
Cullen, now that we've done that, let me just say what the F is going on. Like, we haven't sat and talked in forever.
I know. Well, we did that one time, but it was like,
yeah, let's not recreate.
I saw some comments that said that we should get Katie and Corey to voice over.
Oh my God, that would be so funny.
But I think I deleted it. Just got it off my computer because it was just such a dick tease.
Yeah.
Being able to see your freaking voice but not hear it.
Yeah, you have no idea what you're saying.
And I stayed on a text with the support of the software, and they were like, well, I see that you used a mixer, and I see that you did this. Was it plugged in? Was it working? I was like, I don't even know. You know,
it would have been funny if we recreate this one and then just put what we're talking about on this one. Just add this to that video.
Yeah, see
if we can like nail it. Like, can we remember 3 weeks ago what we talked about that one day?
You have to get Annie to call halfway through. And then we're like, oh wait, there she is.
It'll be like a really bad movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be awesome. I get so hyped, Cullen, when I'm on Netflix or something and I'm looking for a movie and it's like, I'm reading the description. I'm like, oh, this movie's going to be freaking awesome. And then I turn it on and the voice is off with the thing. I can't even watch it.
Yeah. I do that.
It's like a French movie or something.
Podcasting too. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good true crime podcast. And then turn it on and it's just like so slow. And my brain, like she said, is going. And I'm like, okay, I need something more upbeat and something more chill.
Know, right?
But yeah,
all the facts in as little amount of time as possible.
Yeah, like, did you find him? How did it happen? Where's the fingerprints? All that.
Skip to the last chapter. Cullen needs the cliff notes.
I literally sometimes there'd be like episodes where it's like part 1, the disappearance of so and so, and I'm like, okay, I'll just wait to part 2 because I know in part 2 they're going to recap part 1 anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do that.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to hear part 1. Like, get over that. Like,
they're getting pretty good at recapping stuff too, because like at some shows I don't even do that. I'm like, oh well, you know how sometimes they'll only show like season 7 through 8 or 7 and 9 or like season 2 and 3, and they don't give you season 1 or you have to buy those.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, forget that. I'll just recap season 2 and watch it from there. Like, whatever.
We used to do that with The Bachelorette. We would like, or I did at least. Katie have to see every episode, but I would be like, I'll just catch the finale because they spend the first hour and a half doing a recap of the whole season, and then the last 30 minutes they just drag you along. It's just like, I've already seen all this crap.
Yeah, and then cut to commercial right when they're about to like pick who it is.
Yeah. Oh my god. I guess so when y'all are listening to this. Is Thanksgiving coming up?
Gosh,
I think it is.
Well, happy Turkey Day.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up. So
you might be listening to this on Thanksgiving.
Right?
You never know.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, I was listening to who we had on a couple podcasts ago, Jenna Kim Jones, the couple's friends.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
And they were doing what is it, Munchie Mondays or Food Mondays or whatever?
Oh, yeah, she does that on her show, yeah.
I can't
think it's
remember.
Munchie Mondays. I think that's right.
Something
isn't
like
it?
that. If it's not, it should be because that's a cool name.
That is Jenna.
But they were talking about this new Pringle flavor that's coming out for Thanksgiving, a turducken Pringle. That just sounds so gross.
A turducken Pringle chip?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I'll totally try anything once, so.
Ugh, I could not imagine.
You know what she told us about that I still want to try so bad is those hot, it's like spicy dill pickle
I went and looked for them, and I came home with just regular dill pickle because I couldn't find them.
They don't have those here.
Somebody was commenting on it saying, I think they're called flamin' dill pickle or something. Flamin' hot dill pickle. But yeah, my mouth was watering for 2 episodes after that.
It's okay. What do y'all plan on doing for Thanksgiving? Leave us a voice memo. Tell us what's that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I'm talking about that. Yeah, what are we doing for Thanksgiving? That's a great question. I have no idea.
Golly, one of the things I'm gonna miss, and I've already do miss, is JJ's fried
turkey.
Fried turkey, yeah. We talked about JJ on one of the podcasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like the one that
he was all geared up for it.
Introduced me to a fried turkey.
Cullen, we've got a fryer.
Oh,
I've got one in the closet. I used it for the Halloween costume.
I'm so scared of them.
Sophie in it.
Like,
because we almost blew up the house.
Well, I don't know. It's dangerous. You always hear like those. It's kind of like the gender reveals where there's some
always something goes
some
wrong.
deadly gender reveal, and always around Thanksgiving and Christmas, there's houses getting burned down from trees and Christmas lights and
right. I don't even mess with all that. I still got pumpkins outside.
Well, speaking of that, we said screw it. We're getting ready to move, and hopefully sometime soon. Well, no, we said screw it. We're going to enjoy our last Christmas. So as soon as Halloween was over, or I guess this past weekend, we got all of our Halloween stuff down, and our tree is up.
I saw that, Cullen. What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Y'all turned into that. It's supposed to be after Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's what everybody said. I think society is just ready to get jolly and holly and all that. It's
and everybody else is bye.
I've seen so many more Christmas decorations out this year, early. Or even in the front of the neighborhood, they're putting out everything, and it's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah, y'all's neighborhood goes crazy for that kind of shit, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Ours is half and half. We got some. Cullen, oh my gosh, I think there's spas in our neighborhood. I think we have spas. Anyway, that's a different podcast. But we have all different nationalities in our, and so you have sprinkled houses decorated. Yep. And me, it's not that I don't want to. I want to. It's just it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
If Corey's not here to help me, no way.
We talked about this on our vlog. And it goes against anything Granberry or the mom of Don't Tell Mom taught us, and that was investing in a fake tree. I was against it. We were both against it for so many years until the kids came along.
yeah.
And it was oh my gosh! It literally we got our Christmas tree, and it was pre-lit. And granted, we invested in a freaking expensive fake
really nice
tree,
one.
But it clicks together in 4 sections, and then it's got the colored lights, it's got the white lights. You can switch back and forth between colored or all. And the kids this morning came down. Gaines went over to the remote, turned on the Christmas tree, and I walked out, and it was just I'm gonna have a holly jolly.
That does sound really nice the way you describe it. Mine is not like that. I'm just dreading untangling lights.
See, that's the other part.
And sweeping out pine. Yeah.
You get.
But it smells so good. But then y'all got air fresheners that smell like it, didn't it? You put it on your tree.
It's spelled like testicle, but it's sensticles.
Sensticles.
Or I guess it's spelled like icicle. But I just saw testicle. I was like, why are they I was like, here, smell this senticle testicle. Katie, and she's
sound it out.
That smells yummy. But
well, good. I'm happy for you, Cole, that you already have all your Christmas together and you got your little ambiance, which I would love to have, but I just don't have it yet.
We still have our pumpkins in the front because it's fall. Yeah, but I don't know. We got some Christmas decorations.
I was thinking about keeping those pumpkins until one day on the podcast we smashed them. You maybe put in some smashing pumpkins in the background.
We need to get legendary shots back up in here.
Oh yeah,
do some slow mo. Why
did they do that on Halloween, or did they?
I don't know.
That'd have been a great idea.
That would have been.
Without legendary shots, smashing pumpkins playing in the background would have been sweet.
But yeah, so the fact that I think we tried it for a couple years, going with the baby when Gaines was born. We used to go cut them down at the Mickey's farm.
See, I like doing that. You get the hot chocolate, and you go and pick your perfect tree, and you go cut it down.
And you post your perfect Instagram when in the background everybody's cussing each other out, and you don't show that.
Yeah, we got mad at each other last year because Corey was putting the lights on wrong. It's like you're crisscrossing them, and like he's just being all.
Me and Katie, many years.
But he literally throws the tree away with the lights on them. He doesn't even care. He's like, I'm not
done that several times. Well, because we read up on our lights one year, and I was like, we've gotten to where we've learned that the more organized you are the previous year, the less hassle you'll have the next year when you get everything out. So we'd label everything and do this and that, but then like you still forget shit halfway through decorating. You're like, wait, no, I can't remember. Do these lights actually work? But so there was one year where we were like, okay, we're gonna get all new lights next year. I'm just leaving this on because half of these were out and it's not even worth it. We'll spend $20 more, get a couple. But then come the next year, we forgot to leave a note saying we needed new lights. And so I spent like an hour looking for the lights, and then it hit us like, thanks to the vlogs, we were like, oh, we threw it out with the lights on. So I was at midnight going to get lights. But
here's the thing, Cullen, and this is the whole point. My whole point of waiting until after Thanksgiving to do all the Christmas, okay? You're over here talking about Christmas, but you ain't even thought about it. You just skipped right on over Thanksgiving.
I know.
You talking about, I want a turkey.
It's so confusing for the kids.
But it's Christmas time now, so.
The kids can't wait for Christmas, and they just keep picturing presents under the tree and stuff. I'm like, whoa.
There's still another thing happening.
Y'all gotta eat turkey first.
Yeah.
And, I know. It's
you're just messing
so hard,
it up,
though.
Cullen. You're the problem. It's
going to be so nice to be able to sit there and eat your leftover turkey sandwich with
the lights on.
With the Christmas tree.
That's true.
Yeah,
hey, that's okay. I'm like, you've got me convinced. I just need to go get a light, like a lit tree.
Oh, yeah. So. Well, it's going to, if you don't, like, do research or, like, look for, you don't want to go get a cheap one because then in a year or two or whatever, you're going to pull it out on late Christmas or late after Thanksgiving, and it's like half of it's burnt out, and it's like, dang.
Yeah, you got to go big or go home, huh?
But the convenience factor is amazing, and just the fluff and it was like, this is awesome. We got it up. Because I was telling Katie that. I was like, usually I come in with, like, scrapes all over my arms. Because when she puts the lights, or she taught me, quote unquote, after many years of arguing of how to do the lights. And I finally learned the right way. I don't play with the lights.
He's got a map.
I go in deep, and I work my way out. So I stick them in, and then I even sometimes wrap them around each individual branch.
The trick is that when you're done, when it's all said and done, you can grab one end and roll it and just roll them off the tree nice and easy. Whereas Corey's over here got one side going this way, the other side crossing over going that way, going from the outside, just shoving them in there.
Oh, no. You start at the top at the trunk, and then you work your way. You start at the top, in deep, work your way out, come down, in deep, work your way out. So, and you go clockwise or counterclockwise.
Y'all got that huge one though. You got to do over at Granddolly's house, huh?
Yeah. And
that's always real, right?
Yes, and so that's where the whole mindset of like, we can't get a fake tree. That would be like sacrilegious or like against the grain. But now it's like, screw what anybody else thinks. This is amazing, and we just put it in a bag and take it downstairs.
There you go. Call us what you will.
Yeah. Well, and I think we kind of saw it. We, like, over the years, saw it like slowly progressing to this point because we started off with like trying to go cut one down with Gaines and like make all the fun. And she didn't remember any of that. And then year by year, it was like later and later we went to Home Depot and then Lowe's, and the cheaper and cheaper they got.
Yeah, you should have waited. You did it backwards. You should have done the natural ones later in her life and the fake ones. Yeah, okay. So now I know. See, this is the whole thing, Cullen. Now that I have kids, about to have kids, I know because of your experience. Go ahead and get my fake tree now, and then when they're older, we'll go do the hot chocolate, and y'all can put that ornaments up.
This is what we talked about a little bit on that podcast that got effed up. Which you mentioned in the last podcast to Tori and Lulu about how you're pregnant.
Yes, I'm having a baby.
Woo! Tell us about that while I go hit this SD card with a dab.
Yeah, good talk. So I'm pregnant. Yeah, and it's been a hell of a pregnancy, Cullen. I have been miserable, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it 100. It's been, like, rough going. But yesterday, I actually went and did my first iron infusion. I still don't feel good, but I feel like they said after a couple times, then I'll start to feel good. Like, it'll take a week or two, you know. And so I'm excited for that to happen. So I'm really excited I'm pregnant. It sucks that I'm going through this.
Did you have to do that with Sophia, the iron infusion?
No, but my iron was low the whole time, and they had prescribed me to some iron pills. Well, the communication just wasn't really there because they didn't stress how important it was for me to take them, and that like this is why they just like I just go to the pharmacy and pick up, and they've prescribed me iron pills. So I'm taking them, but they were so harsh on my stomach, and I was, remember I was like sick, nauseous. I would throw up the whole pregnancy pretty much. Mm-hmm. So it's like I couldn't keep them down. They're harsh on my stomach. I just like was bad about remembering to take them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I was like, ooh, I don't like those. In my mind, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, right.
But so I didn't really do it like I should have. But I walked in yesterday, and the guy was like, basically the doctor's like, you're near death. Like, how are you so low on iron? Like, you're super duper low. He's
Scary.
like, so you need to do. He's like, well, your baby just needs more than you can give her, and you too. So
her,
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I
don't know. Oh, yeah.
Was
so
that
that's the other thing.
Slip?
No, I don't know. I don't know. My friend Jenna is the one that knew, and she sent our thing, and I'm actually going to find out today or tomorrow when I get to North Carolina, because right after this podcast, I'm flying to North Carolina.
Uh-oh.
So we're recording early, so I can go and spend time with Corey. Well, we got the results a couple of weeks ago, or the doctor did, and they asked if we want to know. I said, no, call this girl. And so my friend's been real good. Our sister's been like harassing her, like, what is it? Jenna won't tell anybody. She was the lady for the job. She's been on the podcast here.
Oh, so, yeah.
Jen Andrew. But, so what she did was she sent a teddy bear to Sophia as a gift in North Carolina, because we didn't want to find out till we were all together. Well, Daddy's been out of town working. So now we're going to go. He's flying us there to go and stay with him for a week so we can just see each other. And while we're there, that's when we'll be together. That's the first time we'll be together since we found out or whatever.
Right.
So
you're going to be like, take this baby that's crawling and starting to get out and everything, and let's find out what our next one's going to be, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we're going to go find out. And the idea is Sophia's going to be the first one to know. So Jenna sent her a present, and it's going to be either a blue or a pink teddy bear. Everybody says it's blue. I just feel like it's going to be a girl in my heart.
Yeah. You were eating whole lemons.
I was eating lemons with Sophia, and I was eating lemons with her. I like everything that I went through with Sophia, I'm going through now, and I just feel like it's just like my little spidey sense. But everybody else thinks it's going to be a boy, pretty much.
I came in to record a podcast one day before we sat down, and you were upstairs. You had a lemon chopped up like damn orange slices, eating them. And this was like before anybody else in the world knew.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, good. What is that? That's a lemon. Oh my God, that's a lemon. You just are just eating a lemon. That is crazy. So yeah, you did that with Sophia.
Yeah. Sophia, by the way, loves lemons. I just posted that on my Instagram yesterday. We were sitting at dinner, and she's just eating a lemon. So that's why I feel like it's going to be a girl. But I don't know. It could be a boy.
You don't have any preference, though, do you?
I kind of want a girl.
You want another girl after Sophia?
Yeah, because it's like I want her to have a sister that's close in age with her, like I had, and then I think it'd be cute if we had like the boys or the little boys. You know what I mean? I want 2 girls and 2 boys now, but I want them together. I want the brothers to be back to back. I want the girls to be back to back. If I can have it my way, that'd be fine.
Right.
But
I hate getting my mind. I was about to say I hate getting my mindset made up, because I think going into our second, I don't know, being the guy, I was like, I got to carry on the manly last name.
I want a boy, damn it. Mm-hmm.
But I also knew how fun and how unexpectedly easy and happy Gaines was. Yeah. And so I was like, I could do this again, kind of like the same thing, like. Like, let's just redo this whole situation. But then, it ended up being a point. So
I don't count you guys out yet. I think if you were really out for the count, you'd already gotten something done, or she'd have gotten something done.
I've been meaning to freaking go get it scheduled. Yes, that's been on my list. I'm just too scared.
I don't know. Our older sister. I don't know if I can even say this, but our older sister. But I'm gonna say it anyway. Don't tell Mom. So our oldest sister, she's 39. And she got tied when she had our niece because she was done. She had two, a boy and a girl. And then Allie's, 11, 12 now?
Yeah, that's insane to think about.
Yeah, 11, 12 years. So she's almost done, right?
Like
she's halfway there.
Way out of the baby phase.
Yeah, way out. And she said, I want to get pregnant. I want to have another baby. So she'd already tied up. She went and got the procedure to untie her tubes and is now trying to have a child. So... That's
I'm
happy about it.
More power to her, yeah.
Oh, what if you get pregnant with me at the same time? It's so cool.
If you want that, then that's more power to you. That's what
I'm just saying, Cullen. You never know. Don't count yourself all the way out, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. And I think we did talk about this too on the audio F up, was the selfishness in the stages of life and how selfish we are with like going from having our adult dating crazy time to like having to give up your time to take care of a baby.
Yeah.
And like we're getting to that stage where the kids can go to Let's Play and like we never see them anymore versus having to climb up in the slide with them.
Yeah, it's finally like getting easier.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as it gets real easy and they're driving themselves, that's when it's going to be like,
oh no.
I mean, no, that's too far, but
you'd
be expired by then. But you know what I mean? Like, I just want to count yourself out.
I read an article one time not too long ago about this guy that's had like 12, or no, not 12, that would be ridiculous, maybe 5 or 6.
A lot.
Vasectomy reversals.
Oh,
so
damn.
he's treating the snip like a condom. He's like, I don't want to, or I'm gonna go get a vasectomy.
He's got like a fetish or something.
Something. That's just, it was just like weird. Like, okay, I don't want to get pregnant, go get snipped. I mean, I don't want to have another kid. Go get snipped. And then, I want to have another kid. And did it like 5 or 6, had 5 more kids.
By the same woman, or is it a new girl?
Yeah, no, I think it was, by the same girl. But like just the whole article is
she
talking
needs to make up her mind. I'm automatically like, what is she telling him to do this for?
I think they were trying to like say how legit the process or the procedure is now. Like you can literally go in and have it undone and redone and undone and redone and undone.
Well, I told you that story about the guy. Scary. I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but Corey works with a guy who's had 10 children, folks. 10. Count them, 10. Okay.
Some Duggar shit.
And, yeah, exactly. Well, so he, at the 8th one, he went and got snipped. So he's had 8 babies. He's like, I don't want to have any more. They're all accidents. You know what I mean? And so he goes in and he gets a vasectomy. Well, then his wife comes home one day and says, I'm pregnant. And he was like, you lying, cheating bitch. You know what I mean? Like, she dog cussed her. Well, then he goes to the doctor or something. And he goes to the doctor and he finds out that his vasectomy has undone itself. It's like tied up inside and it's like undone itself. So then he's got to go and beg forgiveness from his wife. Like, I'm so sorry. You're right. It was me.
That'd be a lawsuit, wouldn't it? Like, how can you do that?
Yeah, right. You're gonna have to pay for this baby if you.
That's crazy.
No, I mean it's just your body. Like it's not 100%. It's just not.
I guess it's like
and this has happened to several people. 9%. I think. Well, he unties himself. They have another one, and so they have this the 9th baby, and then he's like, "That's it. Like no more. I'm scheduling it. Well, he goes to work. He's out of town for working, and this is what kills me. That he works out of town like Corey does. I'm like, how do y'all even have time to do all that? But she goes and visits him and she's like, come on, baby. And he's like, no, not till I get my vasectomy. Like he's not even trying to touch her without going to the doctor first. Well, she convinces him to, and they do it or whatever. Bam, pregnant, 10.
Oh, jeez.
And I was just like, think about what that 10th baby's life is going to be like.
When you get into that number,
the unwanted.
It's yeah, right. But unwanted by the parents, but the kids take care of each other at that point.
Yeah,
that would be the advantage. That's how those Mormons and
they do it.
People over there, they have a system. It's like you go.
It's a village, Cullen. It takes a village because you just made one. Yeah,
right.
You make your own.
I want to make
village.
this easier on myself. Let's just have more kids.
Dude, that's one thing that I'm kind of upset that I didn't do. I'm not upset that I waited to have kids because I didn't want to have kids when I was in my 20s. I was just in no place in my life. I was wilding out. I definitely didn't need any kids. But now so I wanted to wait till I was older. But now that I'm older, it's like I look at all my friends that had kids when they were younger. They're almost done. They're like they're like going on weekend vacations while their kids
are younger than you.
Right, and they're younger than me, and they have the option to have another baby later on. Like, what if you want to try having a gaggle of kids, and then you do that, you raise them, and then 10 years down the road say, "Oh, I want one more." You know what I mean? And then have the only child experience where you just have that one. You know what I mean? Like how you just don't have the option anymore. Like my clock is ticking. Cullen.
Yeah.
I know what they mean now when they say your clock is ticking because mine's ticking. So it's like, well. This is my one shot.
It's just so mentally hard for me to even get back into that. Like bringing you the baby stuff that we've had, trying to declutter and stuff. I'm like, I don't even remember how to use this Bumbo thing. Like, what is this? You know, it's like, and that's not even that far
You're just so far removed from yourself. Like, you're over it.
I'm like, they can actually put on their underwear now and take their shirt off and eat cereal with a spoon and.
Oh, I can't wait.
All that stuff.
I can't wait, but at the same time, I can because it's like Sophia's about to start walking, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. Like when she starts walking, that's a whole new set of problems.
You
like
look
I
up
get
the
it.
Steps and all
it's a
that.
whole new set of problems. I already tried to get a baby gate, and it wouldn't fit because my thing's too wide. You know.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. But then I don't know. We've recently. It's like you can tell them to go get their own socks. You can go tell them to put their own trash in the trash can. And it's like, whoa, that just worked. And now sometimes they'll do it without even being told. And so it's like, because in the past you were having to
you've trained them.
Yeah. You're having to like go behind them to do it all.
What's one thing that our parents did that you're like definitely going to make sure you do with your kids?
One thing they did that I'm going to make sure I do.
Like, for instance, mine is, my kids will say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. And yes, sir, and no, sir.
That is
that's
one
like,
thing. Mm-hmm.
That's like, that's not even, this whole
it's
yo, mama, yo shit ain't gonna happen in my house.
That's so funny. Just this morning.
I say jump, you say how high, ma'am.
Yeah. Just this morning, I asked Brooks if he wanted some cereal. And he said, yeah. And it like, I had that like trigger in my brain, like dad mode.
Yeah.
I almost said, what? But then I just let it go because I was like, oh, well, I caught him off guard. He wasn't expecting me to ask him that right then and there. And then I asked Gaines. I said, Gaines, what about you? You want any cereal? She said, yeah. And then it was like double trigger, red flag. I said, yes, what? And then they both at the same time said, yes, sir. And, you know, it's just like, I don't know. Yeah,
Dad
that's
did that.
definitely one thing.
I just think that it's so disrespectful when kids don't talk to their elders, like, with respect. You know what I mean? The way that, I don't know, that's just one thing that our parents did that I am definitely going to do, I know.
Is that regional?
Respect.
Like a regional respect? Like, because you hear, like, even when we were talking to Tori and Lulu last week, they were talking about how y'all are just so nice and hospitable and I don't know. When
like,
you come down south, it's like you hold the door open for somebody and then you give them the evil eye if they don't say thank you. And then you say yes, ma'am, to anybody, even if like they look like they're just a few years older. Like even when I'm at the checkout counter, I'm like,
you'd rather be safe than sorry.
I'm like, yes, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, or no, sir. Yeah, and sometimes I'll say it like some dude will hold the door open for me. I'm like, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You know, I'd still say,
but it's
sir.
just ingrained in you, right? To like do it. That's just one of those things I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. You know?
I'm trying to think, like, there's been several dadisms come out in me, you know, like, and momisms that have trickled down.
I'm sorry. I got to interrupt you. I just keep thinking about this story that I want to tell you. And I like keep forgetting it because we're talking about something else. But it's in the back of my mind. And I was just like, when you were talking about like watching Sophia walk and how you got to like watch out for the stairs. So the other day, my sister didn't have visiting. She's probably mad that I'm telling y'all this story. But she, so she's like in the middle of the night, she's going downstairs. She like wants to go get a snack or something. Well, I got hardwoods on my stairs are hardwood.
Oh no.
And so Annie's walking down with socks on, and she slips and falls, and she's just been like, I mean, I don't mean to laugh at her, like, but we were like, but she was laughing, telling me the story. She was like, Britany, it was the middle of the night, so I didn't want to wake anybody up because the baby's sleeping, and like where she landed at the bottom of the stairs is at the door to my bedroom.
Oh, no. She had to scoot across the floor a good ways.
And I've been sick and so tired, and so she was like, I wanted to scream out in pain, you know, because she like fell. She was like, but she's like holding her cup. Maybe she's bringing her stuff down from having a snack or whatever. She's holding her stuff and she's just going, like trying to like be quiet and like in pain. And I just like kept thinking about our sister at the landing right outside of my door, just like, like she said she felt every stair on the way up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't have my baby fall down the stairs. Like,
oh my gosh.
I'm just like making mental notes in my head, like we got to get that.
Yeah.
We got to get a solid gate on there.
Yes.
Immediately.
There's been only once or twice that our kids have like not really. I mean, they've missed a step or something, but like even
not all the way down.
Not all the way down. Yeah, but like even now. Brooks is so off balance and so distracted walking up the steps, and you say something to him, he looks back and he's still going forward, and I'm like, whoa, stop. You know, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine like one of them getting hurt.
We got the hardwood steps too, but they'll even play at the top of the steps sometimes because they'll want to look down the steps to see us and see if we're down in the kitchen, and I'm like, go back away, get back. Yeah,
what are you doing?
One wrong move, and that's just so scary.
Yeah,
to even think about.
Dude, Sophia got hurt for the first time the other day, like where I panicked. Like, and Annie was here. It was funny because Annie was the one that calmed me down. She was like, "Britany, calm down. It's fine. She's gonna be okay."
What happened?
But she's like, she's trying to stand up and walk on everything these days. Like she's trying to learn how to walk, So she's like pulling herself up on anything she can get a hold of. If there's a box, she's gonna lift herself up on it. She's just always crawling to where she's going, then lifting herself up. So she had grabbed hold of the stool in the kitchen, and so the stool has like a bottom rung. Well, she grabs it, she climbs up it so she could stand there holding it, and I guess she slipped and fell, and she hit her chin on that bottom rung of the stool. And she fell, and I saw it. I'm right there next to her, and I see her slip. She falls. She starts crying, and I'm like, oh, and I just think she just fell and scared herself and started crying. So I picked her up, and I took her outside. I don't know why, but my first immediate reaction, anytime she's ever gotten hurt, is to like pick her up and take her out of the room, like change scenery.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Try to distract and like calm, and like I immediately take her outside where the weather's colder, and she's like, ooh. Good. I take her straight outside, and I look at her, and she's got blood in her mouth.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Because I didn't think she had hurt herself like that. Like, I didn't know.
Bit her tongue, maybe.
Oh, my God, dude. I grabbed her and, like, ran her outside, and then I looked at her, and when I saw blood, I was like, oh, my God. And I run back, and outside, I'm like, Annie, we got to go to the hospital. And I'm freaking out. And Annie's like, let me see. And I'm bawling, crying. I'm like, oh, my God, she's hurt. She's bleeding. And Annie's got me a rag, and we're like, trying to get the blood out of her mouth, and she had just busted her lip, and it was bleeding. But it was just like the first time I ever saw my child bleed, and and she's got it like all coming out of her mouth, and I was just like, you don't know like what happened or how bad it is because you can't see because there's so much blood there, and I'm like crying. I called Corey, I'm like, our baby. But, she was fine. It was just a busted lip. But I was about to have her at the emergency room. Like, do we need stitches? How bad is it, Doc?
That is crazy.
I can't imagine, her actually getting hurt. Like, if she ever breaks her leg, or if she ever, a buddy of mine, I was at his house, and he's, like, the coolest, hippest dad there ever is. But he has 2 sons, and he's built them, like, this sweet tree house with a fireman's pole coming down it, and, like, their houses are decked out in secret rooms, and like he's just got the coolest house for kids, especially for 2 little boys. Well, there's like this fireman slide coming down this tree house that's really tall, and it's like that looks so dangerous. And Greg, my buddy, he's just like, yeah, well, you gotta let them learn for themselves. He was like, actually, that was a bad idea on that one, because he was like, I let them learn for themselves, and they just jumped down the fireman's pole and went as fast as possible, and immediately broke his ankle. Broke his ankle. He's like, so that was probably not a good one. He's like, but I bet you he never went down that fire pole again. I was like, crazy. It's true. He learned before he did it.
It's so crazy too. The mentality of like a boy versus a girl with gains any nick or bump or stub toe was just like a 10-minute, 15-minute meltdown. And when Brooks first started like toddling around and banging himself up, anytime he fell, I was so like ingrained to like run over and like scoop him up. Oh my God, no, I'm so sorry.
He's like, get off me.
He was like, so now it's like anytime he falls or like hurts himself, I just kind of like sit back and wait.
What's he gonna do?
And then he'll either
freak out or brush it off. Yeah. You don't know.
Depends on how much fun he's having, I guess.
Yeah, right. Like, do I want to pause this for this? I love it. Well, I guess it's going to happen. It's bound to happen. It's just, I don't want it to happen to my baby.
Yes. I was just thinking about something to get off topic on a different thing. Well, I guess we were riding around in the golf cart the other day, and the 12 Days of Christmas, we're playing Christmas music.
Here you go with the freaking Christmas.
Yeah, and I was thinking about when I said, is that a regional thing about the yes ma'am, no ma'am? Is the 12 Days of Christmas, I mean, not 12 Days of Christmas, shit, I'm all on Christmas. Rudolph, you know how...
Yes, come on.
You know how they do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, very shiny, it's like a light bulb. I was singing it, and then I was doing, they called him names like Pinocchio. You'll go down in history. I'm interested to know what the audience says there. What is
You'll go down in history.
Like...
Oh, wait.
Like, you know how you, add words to it? You'll go down in history.
Oh, like Pinocchio.
Well, yeah, that's who they called him names like. They never let poor Rudolph play in any reindeer games like Monopoly.
Oh, yeah.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph with your nose around, you'll go down in history. I always say, like George Washington. But I recently I recently heard somebody people in the Midwest or north or over on the other side of the country say like Christopher Columbus, and it was like there was like a
You'll
debate.
Go down in history like Christopher Columbus. That's too much.
Like Columbus or Christopher Columbus, and then somebody even said like toothpaste. You'll go down in history like toothpaste. And I was like, what?
No, that's not
George
good.
Washington or Columbus I've heard, but not toothpaste. So I started singing toothpaste the other day, and they both looked at me like, what? You don't remember singing like George Washington?
Yeah, I think George Washington. I think I remember that. Now that you keep saying it, I'm like, oh, yeah, like George Washington.
But yeah, is that a regional?
But that goes with it. Like George Washington. You can sing that, not like Christopher Columbus. It's too many syllables,
Oh, yeah, that just was like, oh, that must be, that's crazy.
You should just make it your own thing. That's like a TikTok video waiting to happen. You'll get down history, banana, just screaming random shit.
Oh, my goodness. What was there was something else we were talking about last on the effed up audio and where, shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we were trying to relive that.
Yeah, I thought about it a minute ago when we said something.
I feel like we had so much shit to talk about then too, because it was like we just had guests on, so it wasn't for so long that we hadn't just sat down and riffed. I love that word. I'm always telling you, you want to riff? Because who do we get that from?
Clintus.
Yeah, Clintus.
It's his birthday today, actually.
Oh, happy birthday.
We're filming this, but when he sees this, it'll be
happy belated birthday.
A week later.
Happy belated.
But God, it was something about having your separation and then or your independence back. Mom, Annie, things growing up. What were we talking about? Having more kids, brothers and sisters.
Pregnant, Dinnerville.
I don't remember. I just can't believe you're freaking pregnant again. I keep forgetting about it.
I can't believe you're on Christmas already. We still got Thanksgiving to make. Listen, what are we really going to do for Thanksgiving? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. We hadn't really made plans. Corey's out of town, so that's unfortunate. He's actually working straight through Thanksgiving. Yeah, but he's making that money. So, I mean, double overtime for that. So,
have you ever had a turducken? Speaking of the premium flavor,
I've had a turducken, and I've had fried turkey, and I've had baked turkey. I told you about my Christmas, see, Cullen, you got me on it. I told you about my Thanksgiving back in Denver when we had bought the 2 turkeys, the live turkeys, and we fed them nuts and berries the whole time. And just fatten them up, just feeding them natural nuts and berries or whatever. It's supposed to be the most delicious turkey we ever had. Well, we called them November and December. That's what the turkeys' names were. And
bless their heart.
Well, we got the November so fat that it wouldn't even fit in the oven when it was time to cook them.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we had to cut it in half and then baked it that way. And that was supposed to be the best turkey ever.
So y'all literally fed, we're
feeding them
Chelsea
delicious
Cole,
shit. So when they're...
raising a pig just to...
What's it's a farm, Cullen? That's like this is what you do.
Yeah, I guess. That would just be.
You don't just buy it at Publix.
Yeah, right? Like I don't want to have a name attached to it.
I didn't either, but I like left for that part, and then, and then I come back, I'm like ready to eat. But it was too big. It wouldn't fit. We overdid it. And then the other one, December the dog got a hold of him. So
my god! Before or after the
like the neighbor's dog? I don't know. It was bad. After, like we were waiting. His name's December. He wasn't going to go for
But like he didn't even make it inside to get in the oven.
No.
Oh Lord!
He got his arm ripped off. It was gruesome, y'all. Y'all don't want to hear this. Anybody that's vegan watching the show right now is like not having it.
That makes me think of how Mom used to tell us stories about ringing the turkey's neck. I mean the chickens. Ring your head like a chicken. And she would literally
do all that stuff
talk about like how she would go out and have to ring chickens' necks. And she'll talk about it with pride, too.
She's like, I was the fastest chicken ringer in the neighborhood.
I'm like, I can't even think about...
And churning butter. She had to do all that shit.
If you want to get cut up and messed up, you try to corner a chicken.
Right.
Like, those things will go.
Go
at
That's what guns are for.
But she'll even do the hand motion. She said, we should go in there, just you get in there, you just...
Yeah.
Just ring them by the neck. Just ring like a top. I'm like, dang, Mom, calm down.
It's scary.
Like I couldn't imagine.
I know. She didn't have Christmas, Thanksgiving, none of that stuff either. They were just
she churned her own butter and everything.
Wednesday.
That was Wednesday.
Not even in a special occasion. That's just for dinner.
Every day was crazy.
I know. I'm excited though, Colin. My favorite out of all three. What I'm saying though is baked, homegrown. Fried, turducken, barbecue. My favorite turkey so far has been fried turkey.
The juiciest.
The juiciest, most delicious, and I could literally just eat the skin off. I mean,
gosh.
We're frying a turkey.
I'm going to go fry turkey right now. Like, I'm going to go figure out how to do it.
I feel like Thanksgiving's over because we just celebrated Canadian Thanksgiving. So
the more reason to get into the Christmas spirit. You've already,
Yeah, that's true. Canadians could totally go for it.
Oh, yeah.
In October, there could be, but we're not. We're down here. We got to do Thanksgiving. I'm excited about Black Friday. I'm going to do some shopping. Cyber Monday.
See, I'm getting out of that little gig too. I've been out of that ever since. Like it's just been mayhem. You see all the social media posts about people getting trampled and like the idiots out there. And then like just recently there was a couple mass shootings at Walmart or one at Walmart, and then it's like okay, I'm on Amazon Prime everything
discounts. Yeah,
I think I did it.
Don't mess with the girl with her coupon.
Amazon Prime. I think I did Amazon Prime almost everything last year.
They should just be the monopoly and we'll just give in. Like Amazon, like I accidentally clicked on Amazon on my phone and sat there for 30 minutes looking at presents I want to buy. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'll wait till Cyber Monday for that. I'm not actually going to go out Black Friday, but maybe, I don't even want to leave the house actually because it's mayhem around here. I'm not trying to get involved in that.
Did we talk about this on the podcast about how Amazon's got a catalog out now? Kind of like a Target, like a toy catalog.
That's cute. That's a great idea. Give it to your little kids and be like, all right, circle your favorite.
We did that on one of the vlogs, but like
I love doing that when we were kids.
Like they have a
book,
a list in there so you can write a letter to Santa. Then you open it up another page. There's toys everywhere, and then you open up another page, a book of stickers.
What?
Like it is like Amazon is like the new. Like JC or what Sears or whatever the old catalogs used to be that we used to flip through.
Oh my God, Amazon's so convenient. The Kohl's, right? Annie goes, I need to return this package to Amazon, and I was like, oh, just drop it off at Kohl's. You don't need a box, a sticker, nothing. All you got to do is start the thing and tell on Amazon, tell the account I'm going to drop this off at Kohl's, and then they package it, send it, and everything.
They do?
Yeah,
wait,
dude.
what?
What? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Kohl's will.
I took in it was like a drill head or something. I mean, it was like a drill or something. I took it to Amazon, no box, just bare bones.
You mean Kohl's?
I mean to Kohl's, yeah. And then to their counter at Kohl's where they have an Amazon drop off, and it's basically anything you want to return, you just take it to the Kohl's desk and they'll return.
And you don't have to pay any how do they do that?
No, you just when you fill out the return on Amazon, like okay, I need to return this. Hey, it'll ask you like, how do you want to return it? And you say drop it off at Kohl's, and then it'll be like give you your zip code and it'll show you the closest Amazon drop off, and you're like okay, this one. And then you go in with the item. You would be like, "Here's this cup back."
Really?
and they you don't have to print off a label, nothing.
Is it just Kohl's that has those?
I don't know.
That's insane.
I imagine there's more stores on board with that.
You know what Katie just realized the other day was that you can go to the UPS store because she's selling some clothes on Poshmark, and she's like, I need boxes. And like typically when we go to the UPS store and you're trying to mail something out, you have to go over to the counter, pick out a box, pay $3.99, blah, blah, blah.
The tape.
Now, I don't know if it's recently new or not in our area, maybe it is. You can, and she even did this online, but she needed them before they were coming in. You can order as many boxes, any size, for free, and they get delivered to your house. So, but she went to go drop some stuff off, some packages off that she found some boxes around the house for. Dropped them off. She walked in, and she was just going to ask about these boxes that they give out for free. There was a whole just rack there of boxes, and she said she felt like she was stealing. She came home with like a whole thing of UPS boxes and like the padded envelopes, and she was like, I walked out like, oh my God, is this even real?
Put Staples out of business, won't they?
I'm like, what are they trying to? Are they trying to promote shipping more, or trying to promote UPS, or trying to put UPS out of business, like the brown van? I mean,
that makes sense. Maybe
I was like, that is because that's.
I mean, literally, though, you're getting, like, drones delivering packages now and with Amazon. Like, Amazon, like, oh, I'll have it there this afternoon. You know what I mean? Like, they're just unstoppable.
Maybe that's what they're trying to fight is the...
See, I need to invent something like Amazon.
I need to invent something like Amazon.
Cullen, if I could just get that winning ticket, you know? Because that guy's rolling.
I'm still so confused about Amazon because I can go on there and order...
It was books. That's how it started. It was books.
Well, I'm just talking about the fact that I can order anything from a fishing lure to a diaper to a diaper genie to a bottle of Windex, and it'll all come in the same shipment. I'm like, did they literally have a warehouse
Amazon
full of
warehouse.
This shit?
So I was an Amazon seller, so I know how this works. Cullen, you send all your product, like you have your products made, if overseas or whatever, and instead of coming to you, they go straight to the Amazon warehouse. So you have these vendors and these people all over the world. You know, like say I want to get 100 baby dolls made, and my manufacturer is in China. Well, I'll call China and be like, hey, I need 100 baby dolls, and I'll pay $5 for them. And then they'll say, okay, where do you want them sent? I said, Amazon warehouse. And then Amazon takes them and stores them and then has you like a little section, like a grocery store, where all your baby dolls are at. So anytime anybody orders it, they got a person that rides over there with a little cart, grabs the baby doll, puts it in the thing, ships it out to them for you. Like you pay Amazon a percentage to do all that. That's why they're like raking in the big money.
But is there like a warehouse with a baby doll, a bottle of Windex, and a
the warehouse is getting products. So my baby doll's sitting next. It's like a grocery store. My baby doll's sitting next to the corn mill, and the corn mill's sitting next to the Windex, right? And so you can go and be like, I want a baby doll Windex, and they're like, okay, they're all coming out of this same hub, which is like Amazon. Amazon's just like a big grocery store for all the shit that we want.
All in one warehouse in the state, or in whatever.
Can you imagine getting locked into an Amazon warehouse?
24-hour challenge in Amazon,
right? It's like Walmart. It's like all the stores, like Walmart, Target, everything all in one place.
Have you done the door delivery? I mean, the curbside delivery. I think Target does that, and then
Meg's been trying to get me on this Walmart pickup, and then she was like, "Oh, if they don't have the product that you want, they'll give you like the better one for free, and not even charge you more." And she's like, "Oh, I love that Walmart pickup," but I just can't. Katie, I like the experience, Cullen, of going to the store and walking around and picking out shit I don't need.
Well, that's the thing. Is like when you don't need shit that you know you're going to pick out, it saves that because we've done Shipt, which is the grocery delivery service from Costco and stuff, and you just get online and you just tick mark the things you want, and then somebody delivers it to your counters into your kitchen. But then like the Walmart curb pickup thing, you order it online, and then you say you're in spot 3 when you get there, they come out and deliver it, but you still have to go there and like sit in the parking lot, which I mean, you can have first world problems. But then
I have to sit there in my car looking at my phone.
I still have to drive over there. But she liked it, but it was just so much more convenient to have them delivered from this other company.
Hey, you got to pay for that though.
Yeah, it's a service.
See, that's another thing. I can't like pay. I can't pay the freaking Grubhub. I can't pay you. the extra $10. Like, I was only going to get lunch for $10, and now I'm spending $20 and then $5.99 in the delivery and all this. No, I just can't do it.
I got a new service that I need to tell you about that I just found out about.
A new service? So the new one. Well, there's tons now, Cullen.
Yeah.
See, that's another freaking idea I should have thought of first. I think I did think of this first. You know what? This is my genius idea, and y'all don't take it. C-circle, okay? It's Britany's beer delivery. Where the hell are we at with the beer delivery? Like, I don't understand why everybody doesn't have. I know that the other states and stuff have this,
liquor
but like,
license and
why would you not approve that? Like, why wouldn't you make that really easy for like people to do?
I remember like 12 years ago.
You don't want people driving when they're drunk to get more beer. Just call me. Britany's Beer Delivery. I'll be there.
You can do that. I'll be there in a jiffy.
My better idea. Think about this. You're sitting watching the football game. It's the Super Bowl, you know, and the halftime commercial comes on, and it's Britany's Beer Delivery, and she's got a truck, and it's like the ice cream truck, and it plays a song like BWRU, and it's like singing, going through the neighborhood, and the commercial is like all the adults grabbing change off the coffee table and run outside and pushing each other down to get to the beer delivery truck.
And you can even get it on draft.
Yeah, and then I'm like with a little hat on, like, hey guys, Bud Light or Budweiser. You know what I mean? Like
BBD, Britany's Beer Delivery.
I'm telling you, C-circle that.
No, I think there was one. Where were we? We were in some at a convention, and we had like a what are the Grubhubs and the other delivery services delivered?
Uber Eats.
They did Uber Eats. That's what. Yeah, I think they were able to deliver. Postmates. Somebody delivered beer to our hotel one time.
Oh, Postmates will deliver anything. They'll go to Publix for you too.
But I remember like 12 years ago, or even 17 years ago. I don't remember. There was a drive-through liquor store in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like when I went to with Dad, and you're like, they don't want people driving.
You're like,
literally drive through and get a margarita.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
But no, there's this new.
I don't think they should be open. I think it should be delivered to your house where you're not going to drive.
That is kind of stupid to have a drive-through.
Yeah, no. I mean, I get like if it's not open, it's like what's the difference in just walking inside? But it was like what you're talking about was like a drive-through convenience store where you could be like, I want a pack of gum and some chips and a Coke and a 12-pack.
Yes.
You can buy like anything in the gas station without having to get out of your car. I get it. I get that. But you can't do drafts. Here's your draft beer for your drive home.
A handle of vodka for the way home. Like, just don't open it, sir.
Don't open it.
Okay.
Or maybe they have to put it in your trunk. Like, that would make sense.
Yeah. Kind of like you have to have it in a bag when you leave.
Cullen, we got to wrap it up.
Okay, let me tell you about this one.
I literally have
service.
a flight to catch.
Shoot, you do, yeah. Uh-huh. There's a service called Neat where you pay $5 per room. And I'll talk about it more. I think we're going to try to work with them. But you pay $5 per room to have somebody come in and tidy up.
Oh, my God.
house.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
It's like a freaking hotel, you know, when you leave your room and you come in. They don't, I'm like, yeah, but it's $5 a room. And they come in and they make your bed up. They pick up your dirty clothes. They pick up the toys all over the floor. And so you leave or whatever. You come back and it's like a hotel whatever
it's better than hiring a cleaning service.
Yeah, so they don't necessarily do deep cleans or clean. Right. They just tidy your up for you.
Cullen, if you got that much money, give me some. I told Corey I'm paying somebody to tidy up our house. He would laugh at me in the face.
Right? I was skeptical about it when I started listening to it, but I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well,
it depends. Like in my head, I could totally rationalize that. I'll be like, okay, well, instead of buying this $20 sweater that I really want, I'm going to buy a Neat to come for 4 rooms. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would totally like make it happen in my head and then tell Corey, and he'd still be like, no, you're fucked. Like, what are you doing? Why? And
if I don't have a goose, maybe a towel, like a towel goose on my bed, then
yeah. Yeah. And I want my toilet paper with a little triangle.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, I hope everybody that's listening has a great Thanksgiving. Everybody that's not listening, screw those guys. I'm just kidding.
Where are you?
I hope you're all having a great, holiday season and whatever, and that you eat a delicious turkey. Or tell us what you do. Leave us a voice memo, or write us a comment, or send us an email, or whatever.
I want to know what your favorite Thanksgiving side dish is, or dish in general. Apple pie, celery sticks, and deviled eggs. And dressing. Just basically everything.
You know what I'd love to hear? I think we did this last year, but I would love to hear about Thanksgiving disasters. Like, did 2 of your family members get an argument, or did your uncle like trip and fall over the turkey fryer? And I want to hear all the the good Thanksgiving stories. So y'all enjoy your gobble gobble day.
He's just hacking on a bone. He'll get that. Or whatever.
Yeah, let's hear them. So leave us some voice memos. We'll try to play those on the air. And make sure to take a picture and send it and spread the word about the Don't Tell Mom podcast. Yeah, tag us in it. Yeah. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.
Peace. That's what we did last time. We were like, let's do that again. Don't tell Mom. Peace. And we laughed about it and blah.
And so we just did it like we actually just did it.